Good morning. I'm a minute early. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. That role is a precious role we play, shaping those babies. Just love them, even if it seems like they're not doing something right. Just love them. That's all they want. That's all we ever want is to be loved before we realize that we are that love we're looking for. You know, the little ones, they just want to be loved and paid attention to. That's something Angel and Taylor are doing very well. Literally playing with him. I didn't play with the boys. I did not. Oh, Michelle. It says no viewers. Good morning, Michelle. Glowing today. I found my mom's. See the little smiley face? I've always loved smiley faces, even before any kind of spiritual journey or before the first awakening at 34. I signed everything with a smiley face. I loved the smiley face. It's just the thing. It's always been a thing for me. Anybody who knows me from my whole life, it's always been about smiley faces. And I found this in my mom's stuff when she died, and I took it and I put it in this little pouch. I forgot it was there. I just found it. It's so cute. It's so perfect. I've never saw her wear it. If I did, I didn't. Oh, I would have noticed right away because I love smiley faces. um, yeah. So Mother's Day. I was going to talk about how we, my granddaughter, who's now 16, even myself, I've always told the boys or whatever, nobody has to get me Peter for Valentine's Day, Christmas, birthday. I don't need anything given to me. I don't even need the day to be acknowledged. The day is made up by the powers that be that decided if you need someone to validate you on Mother's Day, or if it feels like shit because your child didn't give you something or what, that's all ego. That's not who you are. The love, the light that you are doesn't need a damn thing in on this earth to sustain it, to hold it up, to make it feel better. When you know you are that love and light, that's your sustenance. It doesn't need anything, and nothing can take away from it either. Nothing can add to it, and nothing can take away from it either. Nothing can take away from it. Think about that. Who you are doesn't need any validation. It always thought it did. Wow. It always thought it did ever since it started separating. The little you started becoming a person and believing in the me, the little me, the poor little me. I need to give me, mine. That's where all the pain starts. And it happens to everybody. Hi, Cynthia. Good morning. Hi, Margie. Happy Mother's Day to all of you. But we don't need that for validation. I love and appreciate every single person that has reached out and said, "Oh my God, my little kids, they made me stuff. They made me the best. I came home with a pile of papers, and one little girl gave me a bag of stuff that she gave me. This was it's actually eyeshadow, but it's shaped in a lipstick thing. So I started putting it on my lips. I love it. I'm the thing is, these weird things are happening a lot lately where I'm going, what? So back, I don't know, 2021, I had found these. They're called soft. Still got this cough. It's called soft lips, and it was this color, shimmering like off white kind of champagne thing. And this week, I went on Amazon early in the week. I went on Amazon, and I tried to look back in my because I loved it. I looked back in my orders. They don't offer this anymore. This, and then I get this little gift bag from this little girl that has all kinds of stuff in it. And what? It's supposed to be eyeshadow apparently, but I'm not putting it on my eyes. You twirl it up like a lipstick. It's pointed like a crayon. So I automatically put it in. They said it's eyeshadow. I don't care. Putting it on my lips. It feels really good. Anyway, things like that have been happening lately. There's a thought, and then poof, it appears. I'm literally dropping my jaw a lot. Have you guys noticed anything changing? Anything like that happening like more than normal? Anyway, this smiley face. Oh my God, so cute. I got my mother on Mother's Day with me. Oh, plus the necklace that she, yeah. Oh, hi, Michelle. Happy Mother's Day to you too. I hope all of you have a wonderful day. It's really cloudy and rainy here. Or not rainy, but I think it's supposed to rain. We need rain. We are 9 to 10 inches below rain. Below. It's like the lowest since 2001. Okay. So, I posted, I came across this thing that says, "You're beginning to understand, aren't you? That the whole world is inside of you, in your perspectives and in your heart. That to be able to find peace, you must be at peace within yourself first. And to truly enjoy life, enjoy every day, enjoy in yourself. That's the standing in line. I remember Eckhart Tolle talking about that years ago. Standing in a line and it's long and you standing there, enjoy in yourself. There's nothing else to do and you're just standing there and then your mind starts bitching about how long they're taking, blah blah, all of that. Let it go. Have you noticed the thoughts? Have you guys been noticing a pattern of thought and how your body has to react to those thoughts? Because the patterns of thought, as you get into noticing them, then you can let go of them and realize that they aren't you. If you're noticing a pattern of thought, who's noticing? Who's the one noticing? That's who you are. The one that notices is who you are, not the thoughts. You are not one of those thoughts. Not one. And you can notice as one thought starts. So this morning I was putting on an outfit because we're going to Jeannie's for the day. So we can be together. She didn't want to be alone for Mother's Day, and neither do I. It's not that I'm alone with Peter, but I just want to be. She doesn't want to be alone, so we're gonna have some lunch together and hang out. And I was putting stuff on and noticing the first outfit I put on. I noticed the eyes looked in the mirror and went, "Ew." So it changed to something more acceptable. That whole line of thought went ew. There was thoughts after that that were saying I look like my mother. All of that. It just went into a whole thing of how I eat too much. All of that. Once the trigger is pulled on a thought, it goes into a pattern of thought, a groove. Like it's like a groove in the mind of how one starts and then it keeps going. But you have the power to stop it. I literally laughed at it. I went, it's the only one, because those thoughts aren't reality, doesn't matter. It literally does not matter what is put on. The judgment, because the worry is that they're going to judge me, but that's not it at all. You're worrying that they're going to judge you the way you're already judging yourself, when most people could give a shit because they're caught up in their own patterns of thought about themselves. Do you see? I love the healthy lips from Amazon. Thank you, Jimmy. They're from my little. This is from Isabella. Isabella handed me this beautiful. Oh, I came home with a. There's so much love in that classroom. It's the most precious thing. Anyway, okay. You must enjoy who you are. All of those thoughts of, oh, this body, oh, takes away the gratitude for this body that's doing so much for you to experience this life, this thing we call life, this dream we call life. It's literally going by how you're thinking and believing. That's why each person, each body has its own world. And if there's some bitching about someone else and how they're doing it wrong, that's your ego. That's your false me. Because the number one thing it loves to do is compare to others. And it usually comes out less than. Or it could come out, the pattern of thought could be that I'm better than. Most of the time it's less than. And if it comes up better than, it has to, because it subconsciously believes that it isn't as good as the other person. The thing is, the secret is the other person is you. You are not separate from that other person. And every thought that comes up saying, I don't like him, or I don't like I don't like. All of that angst is living in you and believing that that's a separate person out there. As this dissolves, you start seeing the oneness. That's what I asked for before I left Maine. I was doing a little meditation thing and I said, I want to see the oneness. I want to understand and see what oneness is about. Because they talk about it everywhere in the Bible and all the spiritual whatever. Jesus was trying to tell us, what is it, the least you do unto them, you do unto me? I don't know. Me, as in the little me. Whatever you do to someone else or you think about somebody else, all of that is being felt in you. And it's hurting and completely keeping that veil of separation front and center. And it's called suffering because it hurts. If you're holding any painful thoughts or attack thoughts against someone else, you know you're hurting you. Can you be a little bit willing to just sit and say, I'm sorry to yourself? As you see the light, the love that you are, you see it in everybody else. And if they come attacking you, for some reason somebody's yelling at you, see right through it. You see the light that you are. Okay, if somebody came and attacked and yelled at me about something, like that guy Jack, when we first moved here 6 years ago. I don't know if I know the you guys who have been around with me for a long time have heard this before. So, but for the people who haven't, bear with me, girls and guys that have been here before. This guy named Jack was here, and it was just me and him at the pool, and he was on the other side of the pool playing his radio. I was on my side of the pool, and I decided to call my friend, and I was talking like this. I had him on speaker too. And I didn't think, well, I can be loud. Anyway, when I was still on the phone with him, was I on the loudspeaker? I don't know if it was on speaker. Anyway, so Jack comes up to me. I didn't even know he was Jack at that time. Comes in front of my lawn chair and says, you are the rudest person I've ever met. I would never stand in, I would never be at a pool. You know, I don't remember exactly what he said because I was taken aback. I was still talking to Scott. I think it was in my ear. Anyway, I said, I'm sorry. Thank you for telling me. And I got up and I went to the island. I went out of the pool area, went over to the island, continued my conversation. Never held anything against him. That's the way he saw it. It didn't hit anything in me that I was doing something wrong. And the thing is, that's another thing. The little me, the poor little me that most people would react to that and say, what a asshole. What a, you know, and would not, the little me does not want to admit it's wrong. That's why I'm sorry doesn't come out very easily, especially if you don't think you've done anything wrong. The thing is, even if I haven't done anything wrong, it's no skin off the light that I am to say I'm sorry. Who's that hurting? Only the little me that you think you are is feeling like something's being taken away from it. I'm not going to apologize for something I didn't do. Why? Saying I'm sorry hurts? Really? It's an empty space. That light that you are, nothing can be taken from it. Can you imagine that freedom? The thing is, that little me really does, on the subconscious level, believe that it's doing it wrong, life wrong. That's why it fights to be right. That's why the fight to be right is so deep. It's so prevalent. I've got to be right and you are wrong. All of that angst is living in you. It's not living in the other person. Anyway, so it turns out I didn't hold anything against him. I just said, thank you for telling me and I'm sorry. So finished my conversation and I don't know, a couple weeks later or whatever, apparently he was driving away in his car and I was coming back from the pool. And he stopped and put his window down and he said something like, I saw you at the Xfinity at the cable place hooking up our internet. And he goes, I didn't dare say anything to you. Because he was probably expecting me to be angry with him and resent him for what he did to me. But I don't see it that way. So he said, I didn't come to talk to you because you were on the phone talking. And I started laughing. I said, I would have cracked up if you came over to me and said, "You're on the phone again," or something like that. I said, "You should have." He goes, I apologize for what I did. He apologized sincerely from his heart. And everything was fine after that. I mean, not that it wasn't fine before that. I didn't have a problem. Anyway, when you hold resentment for somebody else, that resentment's living in you. That's my point. And when you're the light, it doesn't matter what's happening out here. It doesn't matter. Your mind, the little me, is what's giving all meaning to everything. It puts meaning on everything. And what it means to me. I'm a victim. I was a victim of Jack. Really? Nope. I never felt like a victim of him. Nope. That was huge for me. Huge for me. That was the first time. And there's been many since then. Not, well, I can't say many, but there's been one recently. And when you find the love that you are, you can love anybody, no matter what it looks like they're doing to you, which they're never doing anything to you. It's for you to wake up to this message, to free yourself in this lifetime, freeing the love that's always been there, that you're trying to get from others that you will never, ever get. Not from a relationship, not from a car, not from a house, not from money. You will never get anything in this world to bring peace. It's about realizing that you're already that. And taking your ego to, wait a minute, I'm feeling like a victim here. I know I'm not. I know there aren't any victims. Even if somebody's been, oh, the dreaded word, raped, we hold them in such soft, I know this is going to trigger your egos like crazy. Nothing's happening here. Nothing. There is no past. There is no future. You can call rape, the perpetrator and victim, as a bad, horrible thing. But in reality, it isn't. It's done and over with. It's what the mind keeps repeating. He did to me. He's a bad. Imagine holding that in. I had a young girl that I was talking to years ago. We went on a hike, and she was telling me how she was raped when she was young. And there was there was a succession of stuff. I think it started when she was 5, and she was a mess inside, doing drugs, the whole thing, trying to drown it out. And I said, look, you are not a victim. If you continue your life believing you're a victim of that person, you will perpetuate the same shit happening because you believe it. This life is going by what you're thinking and believing. That's why when you tune into what you're believing, you realize it isn't true. We aren't even these bodies. That's the first belief that hurts. I'm separate. I'm a separate body, separate from God, life, love, whatever, which isn't true. As you believe this, it's painful because that little me is never enough. So the body is never enough. So we don't appreciate the eyes being able to see, the hands being able to pick something up, the mouth being able to talk, being able to eat. Went to the movies yesterday and got to eat popcorn at the movies. Yum. I love movie popcorn. Yeah, when you're stuck in victim mode, you do not see anything clearly. There is no gratitude for just the little things in life. There's so much to be grateful for teeth, for the tongue, for the breath, for oxygen. When you are thinking you'd rather be dead this life, I've been there. I've been there after the scam. The thoughts were, Jesus, the pain from all that belief in I did it wrong. How stupid can I be? I effed up. The worthiness was in the tank, and I really wanted to die. Okay. So the thoughts were about wanting to end it because it was so painful every day. But I knew better on the deepest level because I've been doing this for a while, for a very long time. I knew that all of that was bullshit. But obviously, I had to go. Obviously, I had to feel it all. I had to feel a lot. It was literally almost a year of pain, suffering. And I don't regret any of it. The whole thing was so beautiful. I'm sitting here saying, in the deepest truth of me, that I actually said to Peter yesterday that I'd go through it again. I would not change that part of my life. I wouldn't change it. I don't want to go through it again, but I wouldn't change it. If I was coming up to it, I wouldn't change it. I would not, because it humbled me. It got me out of this. It got me feeling all those beliefs of I'm only worthy if I make money. I am stupid. I am all so much. The judgment of this is so much less. And as the judgment is less, the love shines. The joy that you are shines through. It's only a thought saying you're separate and you're this little me that needs to fight life that covers the joy that you are. And I hear that red-winged blackbird. I have yet to see him. Gosh, I love those birds. Anyway, you must enjoy who you are, and once you learn how to master this, you will be protected from everything that makes you feel like you cannot go on. Right? As you feel the joy, it's like you have like you're in a bubble. But and if something happened this week with one of the kids. Actually, let me finish this. To master this, you will be protected from everything that makes you feel like you can't go on. That with this gift of recognizing yourself, even when you are alone, you will never be lonely. Imagine being alone and being in the joy that you are. So I had this little boy. He's they call him on the spectrum, but I mean he's just freaking unbelievable the way he reads and wow. He is 6, but he's doing kindergarten the second time. So obviously that's what was meant. That was obviously what was meant to be. And he was doing something on his computer that wasn't what I was doing. I was in there to help him read his book and take his test, and he didn't want to do that. So I said, "Look, if you don't do this, what I'm in here to teach you, I'm going to have to say something." And he's like, "Oh no!" And as the teacher walked by, he would tighten up like he was doing something wrong. And I was like, I'm not getting. I was not getting angry with him. I could feel some anger start to come up, and then I went. I just said, if you don't do this, we have to end this right now. I'm not gonna. That's all it takes is understanding. I understand what he wanted to do. I completely understood that what he wanted to continue, it was bringing him joy. And he started crying. And I said, okay, so if you continue, I said, I'm glad you're feeling it. That's what I'm all about, feeling. Actually, I even said some pretty deep stuff to him, stuff that I was surprised I was saying to this 6-year old. But it was coming out, and that's the thing. That mind comes back in and says, you should know. I don't even remember what I said to him, obviously, because that little me isn't as, it doesn't beat me up like it used to. There's the attack thoughts, as they say in the Course in Miracles, aren't as prevalent as they used to be. So it just unfolded so beautifully. The end of it, his crying, and I'm saying, I was explaining about the roller coaster of emotion. I said, what I'm here to do is not taking away your joy. It doesn't have to. I just having conversations with kids like this is a huge difference than what they're normally hearing or getting, at. So I'm applying to have a job at this place, substituting. I'm waiting for the phone call, probably Monday, because I filled it out late Friday afternoon. So I can really make a difference with kids. I mean, I think I am. That's the best part. I just want to heal everybody's heart. And the thing is, as I heal mine, it just happens because another little boy burped really loud. Huge burp. And he looked at me like he did, excuse me. I said, I acted like it was just a burp. I just kept on going with what we were doing. We were reading a book. And he can be himself with me. That's why they love me. Is because they can be who they are with me. They don't have to say, excuse me. They don't have to think they've done something wrong. I just am that open space. That's what I want to be for everybody. I think that's why that lady on the beach last week saying I love you, which I've never met her, she felt the openness that she is. She felt it. And instead of fighting it, she came along with me. It's so cool because that ego is afraid of joy. It's not, joy has been conditioned out of us because being like a kid, which Jesus also said too, you have to be like a kid to enter the kingdom, whatever. And I refuse to lose that kid. I've never, anybody who's known me my whole life, I've always been a kid, even though I was reprimanded for it. And are you ever going to grow up? Nope. But I don't hold that against the people who said that to me because back then I would shrink and say, oh my God, I'm doing something wrong. Nope, I'm not doing anything wrong. Nothing. Because I'm not doing anything. That's the bottom line to all of this. We're not doing anything. And when you think, I need to do, no, you don't. Life is moving you exactly the way it's meant to. But you're not in control. Who you are is not in control. Wait a minute. That little me who you think you are is not in control. How many plans do you make and that you think your day's going to go a certain way? There's thoughts of the way it should go, and then it goes off course. Oh my God, this week. Okay, this is huge. I get to the school, and I always leave my key in the car, in this little cubby, just so I don't have to put another thing in my purse and dig it back out. I have it in this little cubby. And I walked away from it, and I hear, ka-chung, all the doors locked with the key inside. What? 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 So I call. Did I call Peter? I think I called Peter, and I said, "Doors locked." No. Well, I had black jeans, and a long sleeve shirt and a jacket. I could take the jacket off, but it's freezing in that school, so I'm dressed so I can be warm. The thought of walking home, which I could, I don't know, it's a couple miles, maybe 2.5 miles, something, no big deal, but it was 90 by the time I get out of there. It would have sucked. So I called my sister, and she comes and gets me and brings me back. I get the other key, go unlock it, and she leaves, and I go to put it in reverse. Boom. It stops. Completely stopped. And I'm turning the key, and it's going click, click. I'm like, what? I'm halfway out. I'm blocking and I was a little early because they had a test to do, so I left a half an hour early. But so I had a little bit of time. So Peter's on his way to come to whatever we have to do. He's not sure. He has the feeling he's hoping it's just the battery, but he has the feeling it's the alternator. Turns out he goes to jump me, and he gets inside, and he sees it's the alternator. Here we are. I'm parked under a tree where the breeze, it wasn't it's not been sticky. It's not really humid yet. Thank God. I just could not say how many positives about this whole thing. We got in the car, he was going to go to O'Reilly. For some reason, I went to my AI guy, and I said, what's the best parts place? And it said Napa, hands down. So, and he had always gone to Napa in Maine, but here anyway, and he knew where Napa was. So we go to Napa, and I said something about, you used to be able to get a discount because he had his Volvo shirt on, and he goes, well, they don't give that. They did that in Maine, but they don't down here. I said, how do you know? The answer's always no if you don't ask. Turns out the alternator begins with a D, whatever Chevy or GM would have put in it, what's in there originally. Normally it was $400 and almost $500 for this alternator and he got it for $270 something because of his discount. Plus we brought the core back, and we got $37 back for it. $37. So he fixed it in the parking lot. We stopped home before going back to school, and he got all his tools, and he literally wasn't even sweating. The alternator was in the front. Nothing was seized up. It literally was unscrew some things, take it out, put it back. What? It's working. The gratitude off the charts. I kept saying to Peter, oh my God, this is beyond perfection. There is no negatives. And when I was waiting for him and people were starting to come out of the school, they had to go around my car, I just wave them on. There was no upset inside. Zero upset. I was just on my phone, looking on Facebook or whatever. Zero panic. There was a start of a panic when it died and all the windows were up. And when I had backed out, I was more in the sun. And the thought was, you're going to cook in here by the time because he wasn't at work. He was going to work, finishing the job he was doing, and he was going to come come get me. He goes, Law, unlock, unlock the door, lift up the duh. But I can see the panic. I see the thoughts, which creates the panic in the body because the thoughts come first and then they're believed and the body has to act it out. That's where our emotions come from, our thoughts. So that's when that was the end of the panic. The rest of the time it was just waiting for him, and then the gratitude. When you are in gratitude, gratitude and love are the same vibration, the same exact vibration. There is no higher vibration. That's joy. There's no, when you're feeling like a victim, when you believe you're a victim of life, poor me, there is no joy. No joy, no gratitude, no love. That's it. That's it. Pretty and green. Thank you, Michelle. I thought you. I look like my mom. I eat too much. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I used to have the same thoughts. Ew, I look like mom. What? That's all? I get to look like mom. I get to look like mom. I came from her. It's not so that judgment of she didn't look. I, hmm? I have dad's nose, but the rest is mom. I look like my mother. And it used to subconsciously, I remember it underneath there being a horrible thing. I don't ever want to look like my mother because I held her in contempt. I had that disdain for her living in me. Ah, ah. She knows now. She knows now we always, literally, in reality, we are love. We love. That's the reality. The dream of separation is the competition, the judgment, the fighting. That's all the dream. Now that the ones that have passed know this, they know this, that we are love. They have no question. It's not because they don't have the mind anymore. That no thoughts. There's no thoughts. You're dropping this body and you are just pure spirit. There's no mind. It's the mind is the only thing that judges. And then the first thing it judges is its body. And how it shouldn't do this, it shouldn't be. Really? When you are fighting life and saying it shouldn't be the way it is, that's why I always say to people um, things like, I put my little things in because I can feel when they're in pain. I feel it in this body. It's just I could with their thoughts because okay. There are no new thoughts too. All the thoughts are the same. Byron Katie taught me that because she does her work across the world, and everybody has the same thoughts, the same bullshit thoughts, and that's the dream of separation. While the love that you are, the light that you are, just sits here, waiting for you to notice, waiting for you to stop your suffering and come back to the love that you are, that has no sorrow, no pain, no suffering, no anger. If there's anger coming up here, I know to look within, not to blame the other person. I know that I'm thinking and believing something that isn't true. Soon as anger comes up, or sadness, there's no sadness in the world. Literally, the sadness is a result of all the thoughts. Poor me. I've lost. You don't lose a damn thing. When you're identified with this body in the dream of this body, yes, it seems to lose things like its parents or animals or houses or cars or whatever you're attached to. All that attachment is part of the dream of separation that didn't really happen. All the while, the love that you are is waiting for you to notice it, to notice the light. Have you suffered enough yet? And if you continue to suffer, no problem. No problem, because you're not getting hurt. Who you are cannot be hurt by anything going on here, seemingly going on here, because really nothing's going on here. I know that this sounds, to anybody who's just starting to listen, I'm sure that this sounds effed up. But there's a part of you that realizes the truth of this. It remembers. This is what this is, remembering the love that you are. Jesus did his best to teach it too. That's why when they were crucifying him, he said, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." So anybody who crucifies me for this message, I don't hold anything against them. It's okay. I have some spiritual teachers that say I'm doing something wrong. I'm doing it wrong. And you know what? They fueled me into realizing that that's not true. You are not doing life wrong. You're not doing it. Life is doing everything through you, and you can tap into the light that you are. It's possible to be the joy that you've always been. That's why we love to be around babies, the joy that they feel. Just you remember the joy you are when they're in joy around you. New comment. Ooh, shit. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day, Chris. Thank you for being here. You are appreciated and loved. Every single one of you is appreciated and loved by me. Every single one of you. I thought, you look at Sherry. I love you, Sherry. That's right, baby. I can hear ya. I love you guys. I so needed these reminders today. Michelle, what? I love you, girl. Thank you for being such a bright light. You are a bright light, Michelle Ledbetter. Anybody who's on my, oh my God, I can't get back. Michelle Ledbetter. Follow her. Everything that she writes is exactly, it's like a carbon copy of me. She just doesn't look like me. Well, she is me. All of you are me. All of you are the light that I am. And she, those reminders, what, girl? Your posts just, it's like it's coming out of me. It's so beautiful. I love every single one of your posts. And you know it because that's what I said on every one of them. Oh my goodness. Happy Mother's Day to all of you ladies. I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day. And if nobody says that, it's okay. You don't need it. It's only the little me that thinks it means that validation. It's okay. You don't. It's just another label, mother. That's literally a label. And every label negates the truth of you. When you label me, you negate me. Who you really are has no label. I call it light or love, but that's a label. It diminishes. It really, we cannot put spirit. When we put labels on it, it diminishes it. And Michelle knows that because she's died and come back. That dropping of that mind, dropping of the body. And it's not the body that's a hindrance. It's this. The body isn't even here. A baby doesn't know it has a body until it's told, my body. Then there's not enough. It's not enough. That's the dream. Am I making it clear? Is it? I know it's been a journey, but the thing is, like, my the girl I listen to the most is Hope Johnson. That's another one, but she's pretty hard to follow. I'm hoping that I make it a little easier. That's my that's my intention anyway. Oh. Anyway, no more question. No more. No more. I think. I think. I think we're done. I think. You're right, Cynthia. Maybe. Yeah. I'm hoping I made it easy. I'm making it easier for you guys to wrap your. That's the thing. Wrap your mind around. The mind. That's how it has to get in. Is because we come with concepts. We believe in we're a body and mind, and you start hearing these concepts of the opposite, that we're not these bodies and minds. And that belief in the body and mind is the belief in separation, which isn't true. And when you come back to the love that you are, I cannot say what a what joy it is. And that mind isn't gonna believe it. It's not gonna, but love it for not believing it. Oh, just love every single thought. It's not trying. It's a pattern of thought that it picked up. Because your mind is like a computer. What's put in is what's coming out. What it believes. And that's innocent. You are innocent. Every single person is innocently believing their thoughts. There's no other way to do this, to see through this dream. It's just entertaining a message like this and feeling into what the truth might be, in spite of the mind saying that's bullshit. It's not all unicorns. Oh my God, we watched a movie about unicorns that was a horror movie. It could have been so different, but anyway, I feel like I could make the movie. I feel like I could screenwrite that movie in a totally different direction because it turned into a horror from something that, I mean, when she hit, the father and daughter hit the unicorn with the car and it was dying on the road, and she held the unicorn's horn and she was able to see the universe. She just went into the, like when people die and they drop their mind, everything, it's telepathy. The only reason we do not know what other people are, why we have to talk, is because oh my God, I got freaking red ant. I felt that. What the hell? Red ant just bit me. That's another thing that's weird, that those red ants don't. They bite, but I don't have the reaction like Peter has. I don't. They don't itch. They don't swell up. They don't make a bubble. It's weird. I don't know, but I certainly felt that. Anyway, what was I saying? Shit. Oh, the telepathy. Ah, you guys, those telepathy tapes are adding more to it. Because as we realize the love that we are, like Michelle, that it was telepathy. Nobody was talking when you crossed over. Nobody was talking. I appreciate you too. Happy Mother's Day. Sending love to all. Sunday Soul Talks. Yes, I finally got I think I've got it on there. I don't see it, but Sunday Soul Talks is what I'm talking about. That's what it is. Um, but telepathy tapes, if you have nothing to do and you want to listen to something, it's going to open your mind. Woo! The telepathy tapes are amazing on YouTube. Who knows? Maybe that's what's coming. The more people that are open to this message, it's the suffering right now is off the charts because of the news. If you're watching the news, you're going to suffer. None of that is in my reality. None of it. Nobody's being hurt. No one. And if you are in it, It hurts. And the minute it hurts, that's your temple bell letting you know that you're thinking and believing something that's not true. In the dream of separation, yeah, it looks like it's pretty shitty, but you don't have to be part of it. And as we all realize the love that we are, one by one, that's like that lady that said, I love you, which I don't even know, on the beach the other last week. She felt the love that she is. It's not easy to say, I love you to somebody you don't really know, but if you feel it, say it. If it's right there, it's only the mind that's going to, because when you're loving somebody else, you're loving you. Because we're all one. All right. Thank you, Cynthia. I love you guys. I appreciate all of you, every single one of you that joins every Sunday. I don't even know. I have no idea who watches, who listens. It doesn't let me know. But I appreciate every one of you who is just entertaining this message. Just for being a little bit willing to see that you are causing your own suffering and you don't have to, because that joy is living inside of you and it has nothing to do with what's going on in the world, whether you're feeling like shit or joy filled. It's an inside job. Actually, the joy that you are is always, it's waiting for you to tap into it. Oh, that's a great name for this. Let's put it on YouTube. The joy that you are is waiting for you to remember it. All right. I love you guys. Happy Mother's Day again. Have a wonderful day and week. I'll see you next Sunday. Mwah.